Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today we are planning out the week of February 17th through the 23rd. In my planner, I am using this Leonard Designs exclusive art set. I want to say this is Clip Art Kits art. And this set was originally, I want to say, like a Cyber Monday set. It is now back in her shop. At the time of me filming this voiceover, which is Monday, April 7th, Leonard Designs is still on maternity leave, but if you are a printable user, you can still get her kits, and she will be returning at some point for you printed users. And then I'm pairing it with this sparkly pink foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. It is stunning, and I didn't know what to use this with for the longest time. I want to say it's coral confetti or sparkly pink confetti. I can never keep those two straight. I want to say it's sparkly pink confetti. Yeah, and then to go with it from Plan a Hannah, because we all know I format my script and then get a custom from Hannah to go with it. I used hollow pink flowers, and the two match pretty well, especially because the scripts are so fine. You can't really tell it's a different foil. I really do enjoy it all together. If you watched my kit lineup video, thank you so much. If not, I will link it in the eye up above, top right-hand corner of this video. But I showed myself using the How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days exclusive art kit from Leonard Designs this week. And I mentioned that I might swap it with this kit because this was a better fit. And I did, but I swapped out the How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days kit because I found another art set that I really wanted to use and a reason as to why it made sense. So you'll see that next week. We're holding out for surprises. And this week I did have Galentine's Day with some of my friends here. We all managed to find a day where we could get together, and it was a good time. First off, we made our own pizzas. So we had to get two different kinds of dough because some of us are gluten-free and some of us are not. And that pizza was some good pizza. We were originally going to try to be all like gourmet and try to make them heart-shaped, but that was just a lot of effort and a lot of work, and nothing's wrong with the normal shape of a pizza, or people still wouldn't be making pizzas in circles. And then after that, we did go ahead and paint some wine glasses together, which was a fun project to do. They ended up turning out so cute, but we definitely used the wrong kind of paint and they did not last long term. It's one of those things to laugh about now in hindsight. And then it was just, I got to see, someone from work that no longer works there, and it was just a good time. Not to mention, I got my car back this week. Yes, I did on the Tuesday of this week. It was not the Monday. They were like, just kidding, we can't get it done Monday, so it's Tuesday, but it did end up happening. So they had my car for just over a month. For those keeping track, they had my car from Monday, January 13th. Well, actually, probably more like the 15th, because Mercedes had it a couple days, and then I got it back the 18th, so still over a month, which is wild to think about. Also this week, I did watch a bunch of Disney movies, because it's Disney Princess themed, and all my Disney Princess stickers are from Papershire's Facebook group, the exclusive Dropbox in her Facebook group. I went ahead and print and cut them myself, and they are so cute. I try to correspond them all to each day, but it's actually funny. On Saturday, I used Esmeralda for some reason instead of Mirda for Encanto, but we're just gonna leave it and rock the mistake, because it's a lot of effort now. The other thing that happened this week is we've got some more snow. So I had a snow day where I got to just like stay home and chill and relax, which was fun and much needed, especially because it was the day after I got my car back and my mom left, and Galentine's, which my mom was at my house, and then I went straight to Galentine's, and it was just a lot of peopling for weeks on end. And having that snow day on that Wednesday was such a blessing. Such a blessing to reset my batteries. I ended up having 2 days to do that because Thursday was off too. Although I had another issue. I've been going through waves of periods of not being able to sleep, being up all night, and then a wave of like almost being drugged and I can't stop sleeping. But it's not like when I'm awake and I can't sleep, it's not like I'm in a very productive state. I'm just literally laying in bed wishing I could sleep, reading a book. So this week I also did some more coloring. I'm just going to see if I finished any books this week, but I have a feeling I was in the middle of one of the longer Zodiac Academy books, just because, the week before I started reading Restless Stars, if I remember correctly, that one was a teensy bit longer. I'm trying to see when I finished it. Yeah, I finished it the following week. So we have no books really to talk about this week. Currently, I finally finished my reread today of Fourth Ring and Iron... Whoa, English is hard. Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. So I moved on to Onyx Storm. So happy to be in new content. I forgot how much Iron Flame dragged, but I'm so happy I did the reread because it's been 2 years since I read those. And 30 fantasy books in between. I just can't remember the characters, the little nuances, plot detail, that kind of stuff. So going into this book, I'm definitely happy I did a reread. After this, I think I'm just going to go ahead and read the new Hunger Games book. And then I think I'm going to go back into the Plated Prisoner series and reread the beginning of that. Because again, it's been even longer than Fourth Wing since I've read that. And there is now more than one book that's come out since then. But the series is now finished. So I want to wrap that up as well. That series, the Plated Prisoner series, is one of the best series I had ever read. I cannot wait to get back to it and see what my opinions are now that I've really branched out and explored the world of reading so much more. Which reminds me, I need to charge my Kindle. And I know there's all these debates about Kindle versus Kobo, because it's what my algorithm keeps feeding me. And I just got a new Kindle this year. I have no plans on switching to Kobo. I know it feeds into a monster, but I'm sorry, it's affordable for me to use Audible and Kindle Unlimited the way it is. I don't know. I want stuff like I'm mixing words now, Kobo, to start having bigger libraries and stuff, so that the things I want to read are on there, and maybe potentially looking at switching over, because I know a lot of the features are better than the Kindle. But my new Kindle Paperwhite, I honestly have no complaints. Would it be really pretty if all my book covers were in color? Not gonna lie, it would be. Other than the book covers, do I really have any reason to need color on a Kindle? No, I do not. I don't annotate, I don't highlight, I don't underline. I'm not one of those types of readers. So that's not something that I'm necessarily looking for in an e-reader. And same with the physical buttons. A lot of times when I'm reading my Kindle, I find that I am laying in bed and I have my wireless remote, or again, I'm on the couch with the wireless remote, or it is just as easy to use my finger. I don't know. I've never had an e-reader with the buttons to know if they make that big of a difference. I know I didn't like the Oasis because you had to hold it with your right hand because of how the grip was, and this is why I always had an issue with any e-reader. I'm left-handed. Ideally, I'd like to hold the book with my left hand, but then to change the page is on the right side. I never looked to see if you can switch that in settings, but it feels weird tapping the left to go forward. I don't know if you could, like, flip the Kobo over so that the buttons are on the left instead of the right. You might be able to, but I know with the Oasis that wasn't possible because of how the grip was. You wouldn't be able to hold it comfortably. Yeah. Or at least that's what I was told. I don't know. And physical books are something I do miss from time to time, but there's so many reasons that I don't miss physical books. I have issues with getting cysts right in the joint between my wrist and my hand on both wrists, so heavy books really can irritate my wrist, which sounds like the most pathetic thing ever, but it's true. And I don't miss that weight. I like that I can just bring all my books with me in one place, so that if I finish a book and I'm somewhere, the next one's there, it's good to go. I don't have to wait till I either buy it, go to the bookstore and buy it, or get, that kind of stuff. But enough rambling about my love of reading. Let's go ahead and get into this day by day, starting with Monday, the 17th of February. I started this morning off by playing some Disney Dreamlight Valley. Nobody's shocked. My addiction is still going strong. I feel like we're coming up on like almost a year of me being pretty into that game. I'm almost beating my hours in Animal Crossing now, which is kind of crazy to think about. Then I did some planning. I went ahead and marked that my car wasn't going to be ready. Then I was in my feelings because, again, this whole thing just really messed with my head. I did my leg workout this day. I did some coloring, which I was hoping to have time for today. But I'm prioritizing getting videos up to you all, which means if you see this video on Monday, I succeeded. If you see it on Thursday, what's that, the 17th, 18th-ish, oops. We'll do better next week. Anyways, and then I watched Sleeping Beauty. Moving into Tuesday the 18th, I did my makeup and I went to work. And then while I was at work, my parents were nice enough to go get my car. And I'm really glad they handled that because I did not want to have to face these people after everything. I did not have anything nice to say, and I was always told if you don't have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all. So I'm not saying anything at all, but I don't got nice things to say. And then basically right when I got home, my mom left and I marked that I was all alone. This day for my Disney movie, I put on Hercules and I played some Dreamlight Valley. And then I did my back and biceps workout. Come on, planning Rosey, figure it out. I'm acting like this is the hardest thing since sliced bread. It's not that complicated, girl. Like, you can figure this out. I know you can. Apparently it's just gonna take me an eon and a half. Is this one of those weeks where I mess up? Nope, I did my push and pull right this week. I've been having so many issues with scripts and putting one of those words twice or just forgetting one altogether. I don't know what my problem is, but this week was a successful week, which I'm happy to say. Okay, now that planning me has caught up, in the bottom of the box, I want to say too, besides the Papershire characters, all my icons are either from the foil bundle or RoseyPlans this week. Anyways, I marked Galentine's with some chocolate covered strawberries. I just thought it was cute. A piece of pizza for making our own pizza, and then the clinking wine glasses from, I guess they're champagne glasses from the foil bundle for painting our wine glasses. Moving into Wednesday the 19th, this was the day it was snowing, so I had no work. What a joy, yay me. So the first thing I wanted to go ahead and put in was that it was snowing, and I want to say this day it was enough to block the roads so I couldn't get out, but it was gone by Thursday. But it was enough to where I didn't have to work and got to just recharge, like I said. Then I put in that work was closed. I ended up sleeping in this day. I got some editing done. And then I went ahead and did some coloring. If I remember correctly, I was coloring while watching Frozen, which seems like a very me thing to do. Then, of course, I played Dreamlight Valley because it was Wednesday. And if y'all don't know, on Wednesdays, they are the days that we get the new items in the game. So it's always a big day to play. And then I had a breakdown. Who knows about what, honestly. It was probably about being alone and being single. Because sometimes after, like, my mom's been over and I just want my space, when I finally have it, it's like a shock to my system. Here's a close-up of February 17th through the 19th. Again, that sparkly pink is just really doing it for me. I feel like February was such a pink month and I'm not complaining. And then here we go into the second half of the week. Thursday, February 20th. This day I was team no sleep all that night, which is really annoying. Not being able to sleep is like one of my worst nightmares, along with being nauseous. And lately some of those things have gone together and it hasn't been the best time. So that morning I treated myself and made myself a coffee, which I'm an energy drink girly because coffee's got, well, the way I like my coffee, it has a lot of calories. So yeah, and then this day my Deck the 90s plan with me went up, so I can mark that in the eye up above. I took a nap this day because, well, I didn't sleep. And then when I woke up, I played some Dreamlight Valley and watched Pocahontas and did some coloring. I cannot wait to have a place to store my coloring things. It's not on top of my washer and dryer. Moving into Friday, the 21st, this day I woke up super early and did my makeup and then went into work. After work this day, I did go tanning, which I know is very bad for me, but it's good for my mental health, so you win some, you lose some, am I right? And then after that, I marked that I spent a lot of money on the Clandestine Industries launch, which is Pete Wentz's clothing company. Yeah, I don't want to talk about how much I spent on 2 shirts, a sweatshirt, and a pair of pants. Is that right? Or was it less than that? Oh God, was it? No, it was 1 t-shirt, 1 sweatshirt, a pair of pants, and a sticker. Anyways, then I did my leg workout and watched my favorite Disney princess movie, Tangled, and played some Dreamlight Valley. Moving into Saturday, the 22nd, I got to sleep in this day. Lucky, lucky me. And then I played some Dreamlight Valley to start my morning. Then I went ahead and did my push workout, so shoulders, chest, and triceps. And then I went ahead and watched Encanto, but we're marking that with Esmeralda from Hercules because blonde moments. I went ahead and did my makeup this day, and I stopped at McDonald's for my emotional support Diet Dr. Pepper before I had an evening shift at work. And I've been doing this so often now, and the same girl always works the headset and the register at my McDonald's, and she like knows my order now. I don't know if it's my greatest achievement or if I should be really embarrassed, but here we are. Moving into Sunday, the 23rd, I did my laundry this day. I want to say it was my bedding, but who really knows? And then this morning we had an early as heck and Bob staff meeting, which is not my favorite. Then I came home and I did some coloring just to have a nice peaceful morning after the staff meeting. I went ahead and took a nap just because I could on my day off, and then I did some planning. Moving into the second half of the day, I played some Disney Dreamlight Valley. I watched Cinderella because she's blue, honestly. or she wears blue. Then I watched the Atlanta race, and I finished out this week and this Sunday by taking a bath and doing some reading. It means I was reading Restless Stars of the Zodiac Academy. And if you want a series that is going to take you on a roller coaster ride, I can't recommend that one enough. Here's a close-up of Thursday, February 20th through the 23rd. This art set is just so cute, so girly, so fun. I feel like it could work for a lot of different occasions, like a sleepover, a birthday, a girls' trip, Galentine's Day. Here's what I have left over. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back. I've been really good about showing you all this. Another thing I've been doing is keeping my foil leftovers with the spreads until I get the scripts so that I can add in all the sparkly deco bits that come with them, because if I shove them to the side, I forget about them. They don't exist. They're like in the black hole of the sticker room, and I will never find them when I need them. So I will keep you updated on how that is working out, because it started with the first spread that I don't have scripts for. So that is a very new end thing. As always, you can save money with Plan Hannah with Rosey15 and get my freebie in a random foil color. She's who I order a custom okay, let's English this right. From Plan Hannah, I order a custom multi and she foils my scripts. Thank you. She can do that for you too. I choose to format them myself because I am neurotic and I like my scripts a very specific way, and I also like changing my font up every week. You don't have to do that. You can choose from some of Hannah's amazing fonts. But here is this final wiggle of this spread. It's just giving pink princess to me and perfect for Galentine's Day. If you all are struggling, just know my DMs on Instagram are open for you. It is RoseyPlans, like it is here. You are enough, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are most importantly not alone. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, ask them down below. I'd be more than happy to get back to you while you're down there. If you haven't hit that big red subscribe button, please do. It really helps me out here, and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye, friends.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.